In governance theory, public policies are created to serve and improve the welfare of the people. However, the question is, why do many people today still feel burdened or disadvantaged by policies themselves? In reality, various surveys shows that public trust in the government continues to be tested by problems occurring in society. And although a 2025 survey by Indikator Publik Indonesia showed that public trust in the president was above 80%, and many people still express criticism regarding rises prices of basic necessity and equal access to education and development that has not been felt evenly by all communities. On the other hand, data from the Central Statistic Agency also shows that poverty rates in several rural areas remains relatively higher compared to urban areas. This indicates that many people still haven't fully experienced the direct benefits of development and the government policies. So the question remains, why do policy make the name of the people, but they are still make many people feel disadvantaged? These statements are not merely criticism, but a real reflection of the condition we are facing today. Many policies are made in the name of public interest, yet in practice, the voices of the people are often not truly heard. Decisions are announced without clear communication, regulations are created without fully understanding the actual condition of society, and in the end, people become merely a recipient of decision rather than part of the policy-making process. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to deliver my speech under the title Policies for the People or Mere Discourse. It is time to act, not just listen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Syuruha, student of University of Mataram, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, and I stand here today as a part of young generation who cares deeply about the direction of our nation's policies. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest problems we face today is the gap between government policies and reality experienced by society. For example, we can see this when the prices of basic necessities such as rice and cooking oil continues to rise, while people's income do not increase and even in some cases is decreased. Price counter policies are often announced, yet in reality many people still struggle to fulfill their daily needs. In addition, people are burdened with various taxes and increase in public contribution. Yet in this society, many people feel that the benefits are not really reflected in the quality of public facilities, public service, or overall social welfare. This shows that many policies are designed centrally without fully understanding the real condition faced by ordinary citizens. And as the result, many people feel that their aspirations are not truly being heard. Furthermore, the lack of public participant space often makes society merely the object of the policies rather than the part of decision-making process. Limited transparency and communication also leave people confused about the purpose of certain policies. And we are, as the young generation, I believe, we are here not only to criticize, but also to bring change. We must begin building a culture when people are brave enough to express their opinions, and where the government is willing to open space to listen. Ladies and gentlemen, if we look at today's condition, criticism toward government policies doesn't arise without any reason. In the economic sector, the decline of the rupiah against the US dollar has increased the price of imported goods and product costs, putting the greater financial pressure on many families. And in education, limited school facilities, poor internet access, shortage of qualified teachers, and unequal access to technology, especially in rural and remote areas, continue to hinder equal learning opportunities. And furthermore, the unequal distribution of infrastructure and public service such as roads, healthcare, school, and technology access has widened the gap between the urban and remote communities, making social increasingly visible. Ladies and gentlemen, voicing aspiration and criticizing policies doesn't mean hating the government. Instead, it is a form to concern for the future of our nation. When people are brave enough to express their opinion, the government can better understand the real needs of society. The impact is not only felt by individuals, but also by many others around them. For example, when people successfully advocate for equal access to education and technology, children in remote areas can gain better learning facilities, parents can access education and healthcare services more easily, and communities as a whole can experience improvement in their daily lives. In addition, the voices we raise also educate others. When one person brings cares and courageously express aspiration wisely, it can inspire others to understand public policy issues more deeply. And from there, a society that is more critical, caring, and active in overseeing national development can emerge. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for society not only to become the object of policies, but also to become subject who are heard and involved. In the end, good policies are not measured by how many regulations are created, but by how much positive impact they truly bring to society. And as the young generation, we have the responsibility to continue monitoring, criticizing, and also offering solutions in order to create a government that is more open, fair, and truly on the side of the people. Therefore, I invite all of you guys to become more active in voicing aspiration, overseeing policies, and participating in national development by other social media or other platforms. Let us become a generation that doesn't remain silent of the face of reality, but dares to speak and up for the change. Because the future of this nation is determined not only by the government, but also by the awareness and concern of its people. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace and prosperity by open us all.